Okay, very glad to be here. So I'm a fourth year PhD student here at Warwick University, and I majored in sociology. But despite that, I also had a major part of my PhD work in the field of media. So I actually studied how does the Chinese government uses state media and also a lot of new form of media using like social media, online news aggregators. These are like news apps like BBC News and also some private company news aggregators. And how do they use that to propagate kind of message to sway public opinion? And also, I look at how does the Chinese public react to state propaganda. Do they buy to do they buy into this narrative, or also are they kind of being critical to these news? Yes, and besides my academic work, I also taught a course called Sociology of Media earlier this year, and it's been very great experience. I learned a lot of new stuff like the theory of Walter Lippmann, Edward Bernays, and we watched a very, I think, well-known documentary called The Century of the Self. It's made by Adam Curtis, and it's a very interesting experience. And I also look forward to teach, I think, media in the future. Okay, so yeah, I actually have an interest in this field of media back when I was in high school. So I actually took a course that is very much related to media. It's film studies when I did my A level, and I did pretty well. So it was always a kind of field that I think I'm comfortable doing into. And also, I have also got a course in when I was doing my undergraduate, I took a course in media as well, and I just love that. I nailed it. So yeah, I think I'm pretty good at it. That's why I choose it. The other thing I would say is, for anyone who's interested in today's Chinese politics, uh, there's no way you can get away with this emerging field of media. So it used to be that the Chinese government are using like newspaper to propagate these whatever state propaganda that they want to uh, disseminate. But now they are, because they have this new media form, obviously the propaganda will work very differently, right? So, and it will have different impact in the society. So it's naturally a very interesting thing to look at when you're interested in Chinese politics. Yeah. Okay. So my immediate plan will be publishing the bit of my dissertation related to media into a very kind of reputable journal, academic journal. So that's a realistic goal in near future. And also my other interest, like I just said, will be I want to teach a course uh, after I enter the career of academia. So even I'm not sure which department I will be heading to, but either it's in like politics or sociology or just maybe media and communication department. If I have the chance, I really want to teach another course because I think it's just very exciting, emerging field. Yes. I would say the biggest challenge that I faced when I was doing my PhD was that because I've been studying sociology since my undergrad year, and I never actually I never, so my MA was also in, master was also in sociology. So I never had a chance to learn the theoretical side of media. So that was a challenge. So I had to start everything new by myself when I did that bit of knowledge. But it was an interesting journey experience after all, and it also contributes to how I teach students. So I have a very different perspective, a sociological perspective when I approach media. So yeah, I think it's a challenge because I lack the knowledge, but also a advantage because I have new insights and new perspective. Yes, I definitely will say that. I believe because if we imagine like 30 years ago, when China doesn't even have internet, so China only has online internet that we use today in 1994. So imagine the world before that. I mean, people, obviously young people are happy, they play with their peers in their community, but it's they have very limited source to information that is outside the country, for instance. So the only source of information they have will be newspaper and television. And these are all heavily censored by Chinese government, I would say. So they don't really understand what's going on outside the country, or even just outside their province, because they have no way to know that besides through these very constrained kind of media channel. So yeah, life was pretty small for them. And I would say because we have, just social media like Twitter, TikTok, and also Facebook, all kinds of ways, and online news aggregators that you can just learn stuff going on outside your country in a live sense, right? 24/7. So I think it's just the world is getting so big for every young people that there's so much they can do about this new media. So yeah, I definitely think it's lucky. Yeah. Okay. So the I think I will give some suggestions as to how do we actually should approach media. We know that one problem young people and also just everybody that is facing regarding this new media form will be that we are just increasingly living in this self-made echo chamber. So what I mean by that is we are because of the algorithm that social media app designed, we are more habituated to just take in whatever information that we already know and we like. So we become like living in this bubble of this like self-made world that everything is just in our own way. And because and this environment is very bad for anyone who wants to know the objective kind of fact about the world. So what I would say is we should try to break through this echo chamber and try to always just look for people that disagree with you. It's not easy thing to do, but I think it's necessary to be able to understand basically anything. Yes. So that's very important.